Al Goodyear, Associate Research Professor at the South Carolina Institute for Archaeology and Anthropology at the University of South Carolina, and the Topper site, primary investigator, who has been excavating the Topper dig site along the Savannah River since the 1980s. So they've been doing this since 1980. And he says, based on radiocarbon dates of the charcoal sediments found at the site, we think we have evidence of human activity here in the interior of the Americas 40 to 50,000 years ago. It looks like people came here periodically to get shirt for their tools. What did he say? He said it looked like people who came here periodically. They weren't even living here. Again, they was using these locations to quarry for their tools and things of that nature. And then they would go off and do their business. So 18,000 years ago, Pennsylvania. 50,000 years ago, Chile and Brazil. What's going on here, y'all? Why are we stuck on 1619? Now, I know, I'm sure most of us have heard of Ivan Van Sertima, and people say, well, wait a second, you know, some people say, well, you know, humans didn't know how to do that. Humans couldn't read, you know, how did they navigate? We didn't have to navigate. The currents take you to where we need to go. And that's what, and Ivan Van Sertima says, you know, they basically are conveyor belts with no navigation necessary. You jump on a boat, and it's going to take you. This is Africa. This is Europe. This is, we know they left from here. If they catch a current, where are they going to go? They're going to go right to the islands first. What did they do with the islands? They used that as their port to go north and south from there. Why? Because once you hit the islands, you can go north or you can go south. And because that's what the currents is taking us. And so for us to think that, you know, man is able to cross lands, is able to live for 100,000 years, but not figure out, man is able to get to Australia, but we ain't smart enough to figure out how to get to America, right? I'm just saying, you know, oh, I know why. Because we Negroes. And of course Negroes didn't know how to do that. Unless y'all the Negroes is set from Australia, or the Negroes from India, or the Negroes from China, you know, or the Negroes from, you know, certain parts of Africa, or the Negroes from the Middle East. Oh yeah, some Negroes know how to do stuff. But y'all, American Negroes? No, what y'all talking about? Y'all ain't know how to make no boats. What y'all talking about? You know, this is how they got us thinking. This is the way that our children think about us as a people. Why? Because they didn't even think about us as a people. Yeah. So, you know, it's interesting. Oh yeah, cool, yeah. Let's get into this a little bit more. We don't know how people whose remains were found in the caves arrived. And whether they came from the Atlantic, the jungle, or inside the continent. That's important. What? Wait a second. Y'all don't know if these people came from the Atlantic. Well, we know they wasn't walking on water, so they had to come on boat, right? If they came from the Atlantic. If they came from the jungle, what that mean? That means they came from the interior. That means they was here already. Huh? Wait a second, or inside of the continent. Wait a second, the jungle is inside the continent. So y'all talking about even further inside this joint, maybe some cave stuff. It's really interesting why we put this up. But we believe these finds are the oldest yet to be found in America and may influence our theories of how the first people arrived. This was, 2008. It's 11 years later, and I'm still trying to get people to understand the reality that Negroes was here in America. But they know this. This was in National Geographic. Black people don't read National Geographic. White people do. And so white people know about us more than we do. That's our fault, not their fault. Of course they would want to know about us. Why wouldn't they want to know about us? But this is the most important part. In addition to possibly altering the timeline of human settlements in America, the remains may cause experts to rethink who the first Americans from Gondalese was. Why? Clues from the skeleton skulls hint that the people may not be of Northern Asiatic descent, which would contradict the dominant theory of the New World settlement. The theory holds that ancient humans that first came to North America from Northern Asia via, the Bering Strait. The shape of the skulls had led us to believe that Eva and others have more of an affinity with the South Asian than the Northern Asian. Now, this is Northern Asia, right? Mongolia, all of that. Chechnya, Moscow, all that. This is Southern Asia, all that. China. These are the people from Northern Asia. Southern Asia, India, Thailand, is Korea on here? Korea might be on here.
Yeah.
We got Indonesia, all that. Let's look at those people. Huh? Now, wait, go back. Let's go back to the article. The shape of the skull leads us to believe that even others may have more of an affinity with the people of South Asia than North. Why couldn't they just say the people were more likely Negroes? Because if a black person reads it, and they're going to be like, oh, okay, they look more like Northern Asians than Southern Asians. Not considering the reality that, well, Southern Asians is white. And I'm sorry, Northern Asians is white and Southern Asians is black. Why? Because they're closer to the equator. That's all. They don't make, and it's colder up there. There's no need for this. And so, 2008, y'all. But I'm still having battles with professionals and scholars and educators and college, doctors, people with doctorate degrees and stuff. Because all I'm saying is, hey, yo, we ain't African. And then what y'all talking about? Because even the intellect, even us knowledgeable ones, we're allowing them to teach us what's knowledgeable and what's not. We're allowing them to decide what's important and what's not. And when we're chasing their money, when we're chasing their degrees, when we're chasing their corporate positions of hierarchy, then we're paying attention to what's necessary for us to get ahead in that. And we ain't paying attention to nothing else. Okay, let's get forward. Now go back real quick. Tell me y'all don't look like us. I'm gonna look like my daughter, a whole bunch of our daughters, pretty little baby girls of ours. Ain't no doubt about it. Okay. Just like